And speaking of cancel culture, let's talk about a wild little situation with the actor and podcast host, Bryan Callen. Now, as of this Monday, he has been accused of sexual assault by an old coworker of his. Yes. We are going to open this can of worms. Now, I almost decided to take this out of the episode last night. Not talk about it, leave it be, keep my mouth closed, and kind of just stay out of the way of this movement going on. But I think that's the whole problem with this topic, guys. I truly do. People don't speak up. They want to hide because they don't want the fingers to be pointed at them. So I volunteer as tribute. All right, now, so let's go through this case. So Bryan Callen, actor and podcast host of The Fighter and the Kid, has been accused of sexual assault by an old coworker of his or a woman that he used to act with. Now, while there is no legal case against him or charges that are publicly known at the moment, it's just simply an accusation written in an article. He's done. All right, he has to leave his podcast for now, The Fighter and the Kid. His sponsor or the sponsors are going to leave the project if he doesn't. His TV show has to fire him. Everyone and anyone that works with him is forced to dump him because even association with a claim like this is dangerous for your company image. I think we can all understand that. It's very, very unfortunate, and we'll talk about that more. But from a company perspective, it's not worth the danger. It's not worth the hit that you're going to take to be associated with that, unfortunately. Now, of course, if Bryan Callen did this, he deserves all the destruction. Fuck him. Okay? Now, he is adamant. He is absolutely adamant about the fact that this is not true, that the sexual assault claim is false. He even went about posting a talking head video on his Instagram explaining it all. Now, talking head is exactly what you're looking at right now if you're watching this on video. So literally him just recording himself looking at a camera. Now, I think this holds weight because a majority of legal teams, which a lot of these high-profile people have, a majority of these legal teams will tell you to stay quiet. Kind of like Chris D'Elia did. When this happens, you stay quiet, you let the media, you let people forget about you, and then you slowly sneak back into culture. But one thing that is very interesting about the way Bryan is handling this is he's taking it head on. All right, he's getting on his Instagram and he's addressing it face to the crowd. Okay? So here's what I think. I think it's very important that women have a voice in situations like this. That is, it's important that we take claims and accusations by this women against Bryan Callen very seriously. In a sense, we need this Me Too movement that our decade is taking head on to balance the power between men and women. I don't think there's much of an argument against the fact that some putrid stuff has happened to women over the last decades and it's been brushed under the rug or gone under the radar. All right, so we need this Me Too movement to kind of balance out the power. All right, make women in society feel safe. But it's also important. It's also very important that we listen to the accused, or that we listen to Bryan Callen's side of things on the issue, because an accusation is exactly that, a claim with no evidence. Now, through investigation and hearing both sides, we make a conclusion that turns that accusation into a truth or a false. Okay? Now, here is the issue in today's culture regarding the Me Too movement. And that is, you are guilty until proven innocent. All right? That is an issue. A random woman from across the globe that you have never met can accuse a big name of sexual assault, and the person that is accused is immediately hit off the map, is immediately casted away. You immediately have everything taken from you. And we can see this right now in the case of Bryan very obviously. This is a huge problem, guys, because not all women are honest with good intentions. Just like all men aren't respectful. Just like all men don't participate in consensual sex. There's 7 billion humans on Earth, guys. And we are going to have some bad eggs on the male and female side. And unfortunately, due to the times, if you have a decent following, some sponsorships, and a business behind you, if a bad egg on the female side of things decides to take you off the map, pluck, okay? Later, bud, instantaneously. Now, I want to reiterate again, if Bryan Callen did this, fuck him. Absolutely. Take him off. Take everything from him. Get away from him. Cast him out. We don't want people like this in society, but we have no idea, right? As soon as this hit the stage, as soon as this hit the scene, he is done. Everything's taken. This power is too much. The speed and ferocity at which a man accused of sexual assault gets destroyed is too quick. And I know you're looking at me like, oh, Hunter, you're a man. You're a privileged white man. I know this isn't the best look for me to talk about this, but someone has to. Okay? Again, women need a little extra power to balance things out. I am not disagreeing with that. I think that's 100% the case. I think the Me Too movement is needed. We need to ensure that females in our population feel safe. And giving them a little bit more power is necessary for that, considering what's happened over the last 100 years. But we have swung way too far, guys. There is no legitimate evidence against this man, yet he is on the chopping block. We haven't established whether he's innocent or guilty, yet we take everything away. Okay? If he's guilty, go ahead and wipe him off the map. But we have no clue.